Alrighty then, we have an award to give out now. And to present the Blogger of the Year award is Ed Morrissey. He is the head of hotair.com and 2010 CPAC Blogger of the Year himself. And he's going to tell you all about the recipient.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be back up here. It's been an honor to be CPAC's Blogger of the Year for the past year. But like any beauty queen, I have to take off the tiara now, and well, I kind of thought that wouldn't go over, but it's been an honor to be here. It's great to be with you all. CPAC is, once again, every year a wonderful event. Get a chance to meet a lot of our friends, get to debate a lot of great issues, and this CPAC has certainly been no different, and I hope all of you are enjoying it as much as I am. I really am going to enjoy introducing this year's CPAC Blogger of the Year. And to get an idea of how I should do that, I decided to ask someone who is an expert on Javier Monteras of the Shark Tank. I asked Javier Monteras of the Shark Tank, and he says, well, you can introduce me as taller, tannier, and prettier than Marco Rubio. So those are certainly great accomplishments, but anybody who's been following the Shark Tank, who's been reading the Shark Tank knows that that's certainly not Javier's accomplishments. He has been doing original journalism on the ground, not just in the Rubio race in Florida, but in the Rick Scott gubernatorial race, the Alan West congressional race. He got out there, and Alan West will be speaking here at the end of CPAC, and one of the people, I think it's great, I'm looking forward to that speech. One of the people who helped get him here was Javier Monteras of the Shark Tank. The Shark Tank was doing on-the-ground reporting, was doing in-your-face video interviews. He was throwing elbows with the best of them, gave us some great reporting, and made the Shark Tank the go-to blog of Florida, which was really, for a lot of us, the epicenter of the Tea Party this year. It started in Florida, it started with Marco Rubio, it started with Alan West, and Javier Monteras was there at the very beginning of all that and wrote it all the way through. We owe him a great deal of gratitude for his hard work. He was really the tip of the spear in the blogosphere in covering Florida politics. And he's also the tip of the spear, I think, of what's becoming a thriving and growing Hispanic conservative community. And I am just delighted to introduce to you right now my friend, Javier Monteras of the Shark Tank, CPAC's Blogger of the Year.
Thank you. I have to admit, I was kind of worried this was going to turn into a big roast. First and foremost, I'm truly honored and humbled to receive this award, and we need to thank one person in particular who pretty much makes this all happen. Everyone knows him, everyone loves him, but everyone at some point or another has taken him for granted, and that's the big guy upstairs, God. Also, I need to acknowledge my friends, especially Ed, thanks for the kind words. A lot of my fellow bloggers up in that room up there, Melissa Clothier, Liberty Pundits, Red State, Eric Erickson, who made this all possible. They helped me disseminate this, the videos that it spoke about, and the message, and saw the merit in that. But one person I do need to acknowledge who pretty much was the inspiration for me getting into this media and pursuing this as a political career has been everyone's favorite level little fuzzball and the doctor of democracy himself, Rush Limbaugh. I promise that when I see that I gotta be short because I'm always at a shortness of words, and I'm very shy and timid. Not. But in closing, we had a great 2010 election cycle. As Ed mentioned, we did a lot for Marco, Alan, great candidates. We were fortunate enough to have access to them, and we showed that, hey, the next big fight is going to be 2012 and completely defeating President Barack Obama and his liberal agenda. Now, that being said, there's a couple things that aren't being discussed, and it's really disturbing because they're not being addressed. And that's first and foremost this ongoing problem of illegal immigration and its inextricable ties to criminal activity and fundamental Islamic extremism. And their time. Now, promise I'll be short. Look, as Americans, we're indebted to generations that came here before us, and this un-American and apologetic appeasement by this president to these fundamentalist Islamic groups, thinking that they're going to, coddle us and they're going to accept us for what he's saying, it's a big joke. Now, I have a little bit of a message to all these self-proclaimed, politically correct and peacefully practicing Muslim, and collect my thoughts here. A lot of them, like for instance, and some here in this very same room and maybe backstage, they're sympathizers. They pretty much, you turn a blind eye to what the real issue is here. And if they continue to turn a blind eye to the problem that it is Islamic fundamentalism, whether they turn a blind eye to their brother, cousin, father, or neighbor next door who happens to be one of these terrorists, they're just as culpable and complicit as the person who straps on these suicide bombs. And my message to them is this, is that you will be held accountable for it. In closing, I just want to thank you again all for the award. I'm humbled, I'm honored. And thank you CPAC, thank you Rush, thank you everyone up there in that room. Thank you.